from the hands of the humblest men. With the sword that the stars had in silence made, he brought peace to the land where the wild wars played. Sing a high, sing low of the noble crown of Arthur's reign in the fairy land. From the stone to the throne, let the tale be told of the once true king in the days of old. In the halls of the mighty at Camelot's keep sat the bravest of knights in their oaths so deep. Round the table they vowed all as equals stand, to guard every soul in the green fair land. Sing high, sing low of the noble crown of Arthur's reign in the fairy land. From the stone to the throne, let the tale be told of the once true king in the days of old. Oh, the wind on the hill still calls his name, through the mist and the rain and the battle's flame. They say in the hour when the land's heart bleeds, he will rise once more for his people's needs. Yet the shadow will fall where the bright flame burns, and the tide will not halt when the fortune turns. On the field where the steel rang its last clear call, Britain wept for her king as the night did fall. Sing high, sing low of the noble crown of Arthur's reign in the fairy land. From the stone to the throne, let the tale be told of the once true king in the days of old. Sleep now, fair king, in the earth so deep, while the rivers still run and the willows weep. For the crown yet waits by the silver sea, till the dawn shall call and you rise to be free. They said a child would break the land, that a beauty would bring Ulster down. So Conhobar swore with his own hand to keep her hidden where the crown. But a heart will not be chained, and love will find its way. She's so young, Anisha, in the light of day. Deirdre, Deirdre, your name is a cry, a song of the living, a wail when we die. Deirdre, Deirdre, the tale still is told the kings were chased them still, honeyed letters, bitter will. Come home, and all is forgiven. Deirdre, Deirdre, your name is a cry, a song of the living, a wail when we die. Deirdre, Deirdre, the tale still is told, of sorrow too heavy, of hearts too bold. They came in peace, but the peace was lies. Nisha fell by a traitor's knives. Blood on the stones of Ulster's hall, and Deirdre's grief was heard by all. She would not sit by the tyrant's side. She would not live as a stolen bride. She struck her head on the waiting stone, and went where love is never. Deirdre, Deirdre, your name is a cry. Branwen left the Welsh king's hall to wed in Ireland and unite them all. A wedding feast, the torches high. They swore that peace would never die. Branwen, Branwen, daughter of Llŷr, your voice was gentle, your heart was clear, but the sea you crossed would turn to stone and leave you standing all alone. The king's own men began to scheme. They crushed her crown, they broke the dream. They made her work in rags and coal. A princess lost, a tale untold. Branwen, Branwen, daughter of Llŷr, your voice was gentle, your heart was clear, but the sea you crossed would turn to stone and leave you standing all alone. She trained a bird to bear her plea across the waves and the winter sea. Her brothers came with sword and flame to make her captors pay in shame. The war was won, but the land lay bare. Too many dead for a heart to bear. She came back home but could not stay. Her life had faded with the fray. They laid her down on her homeland's shore. The wind still speaks of her evermore, and every wave that breaks at night carries her name in the moon's pale light. Branwen, Branwen, daughter of Llŷr, your voice was gentle, your heart was clear, but the sea you crossed would turn to stone and leave you standing all alone. guard that place forevermore. And the hound of Ulster's keep bolts like iron running deep from the break of day to the setting flame. You held the line and you kept the name. When maps red banners crossed the border, the sky grew black with the weight of rain. He stood alone where the road grew narrow and turned an army back again. Spears like rivers, blood like thunder. Still he stood when the night came under, bound to stone, so he'd never fall, facing death but standing tall. Now the hills hold whispers in the darkness, stories told when the fires burn low, of a hero's vow and a land defended, and the hound who would not let go. And the hound of Ulster's keep bolts like iron running deep from the break of day to the setting flame. You held the line and you kept the name. La 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 ni la 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 la. From Cornwall's shore Sir Tristan came to seek a bride of noble name. For King Mock's court across the sea, he sailed to where fair Isolde be. Tristan and Isolde, bound by fate's own hand, two hearts joined together, though they could not stand. Through joy and through sorrow, through the storm and foam, they loved one another, though it cost them home. She stepped aboard, the sea was wide, the waves rolled on with steady tide. A cup they drank to calm the way, but love was born that fateful day. Tristan and Isolde, bound by fate's own hand, two hearts joined together, though they could not stand. Through joy and through sorrow, through the storm and foam, they loved one another, though it cost them home. They hid their love from watchful eyes. They met in secret but every road would lead them near the end they both had learned to fear. When death at last was drawing nigh, they spoke no word, they breathed no sigh, but hand in hand they closed their eyes and met again beyond the skies. Tristan and Isolde, bound by fate's own hand, two hearts joined together, though they could not stand. Through joy and through sorrow, through the storm and foam, they loved one another, though it cost them Tristan and Isolde, bound by fate's own hand, two hearts joined together, though they could not stand. Through joy and through sorrow, through the storm and foam, they loved one another, though it cost them home. of the quest that ended so long ago. By the western shore in a hall of stone lit a king with children four alone. Fionnuala's grace and his bright flame, Fiachran's clan all proud of name. Oh, the wind will cry and the waters mourn, for white swans through the night are born. 900 years on the lonesome tide, the children of Lir in the cold must hide. The stepmother came with a jealous heart and dreamed of tearing their lives apart. She spoke no word, but her curse took wing, and feathers grew where their skin had been. Oh, the wind will cry and the waters mourn, for white swans through the night are born. 900 years on the lonesome tide, the children of Lir in the cold must hide. On Lake Deravera their song was heard, a haunting voice with a silver word. Through storm and snow, through the winter's breath, they called to the land, though it brought no death. From lake to sea, then to northern shore, they drifted on for centuries more, till a chapel's bell on the morning clear broke the chains they had worn in fear. They stood as old as the hills that weep, and laid their heads in eternal sleep. beside the standing stone, and placed in hand the shining sword that made the land his own. No chain of steel could bind his hand, nor sword could bring him low, but a lady's song in the shadowed wood ensured he could not go. Now still he sleeps beneath the oak, where silver waters run, and waits the hour his land shall call, when darkest days have come. Oh, Merlin shaped the kingdom's fate through storm and summer fair. He raised a king from humble birth to rule with steady care. So sing his name when nights grow long and winds of winter moan. For in the heart of Britain's hills, the wizard dreams alone. Down by the river, the water ran bright. A salmon was leaping, a glittering sight. The poet cried loudly, that fish shall be mine, for all of its wisdom, for all of its shine. Oh Fionn, the story goes still. He burned his thumb and he gained the skill. Oh Fionn, with a boy's quick hand, he carried the wisdom across the land. He cooked it with care on the hot glowing flame. The smell filled the air when the moment came. He touched it too soon, felt the blister rise fast, and into his mouth went his finger at last. Oh Fionn, the story goes still. He burned his thumb and he gained the skill. Oh Fionn, with a boy's quick hand, he carried the wisdom across the land. The poet returned with a hunger so wide, but the secret had slipped to the boy at his side. And from that day forth, with a thumb to his lips, he carried all